These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
I'm Faye Fredericks with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. Breaking news out of Tucson now. 3 inmates are dead after some sort of a fight at the Arizona State Prison complex. Prison officials say everything is secure and there is no longer a threat. It's not clear what led up to the fight. Because of the incident, all visits are canceled for the day. Staying in Tucson, part of I-10 back open now after a shooting involving a DPS trooper. Details still coming in on this, but DPS officials say a trooper shot one person who was taken to the hospital. No word just yet on their condition. I-10 back open in both directions after a shocking crash in the early morning hours. Car crashing through an overpass barrier near 79th Avenue and rolling onto the westbound 10 down below. We're working to learn more about any injuries from the wreck. Now, that was a welcome sound today. Brutal day on Wall Street. A second straight day of tumbling stocks, wiping out months of gains. The losses piling up as fallout from President Trump's tariffs stretch around the globe, scaring investors. Dow ending the day down more than 2,200 points, worse than yesterday. Meanwhile, S&P and NASDAQ posting their worst two-day drop since 2020. S&P 500 alone losing more than $5 trillion in value since trading opened yesterday. Fed so far unwilling to move interest rates lower, something the president is pushing for. Right now, retail investors seem to be buying low, while many institutional investors are moving into bonds. But that lowers the yield. Many now bracing for a bear market, term used when prices fall 20% or more. Today, J.P. Morgan Chase predicting if tariffs don't change, U.S. has a 60% chance of falling into a recession before the year is out. Tax day is right around the corner, just 11 days away now. But so far, fewer Americans have sent in their returns compared to last year. More Americans are requesting extensions. That's according to IRS numbers and the latest public data. As of March 21st, the IRS had received nearly 1 million fewer returns than in the same period last year. Experts say the drop isn't necessarily a concern, but it comes amid worries about possible declines in revenue collection. Right now, one American automaker is offering employee pricing on many of its vehicles to all its customers in the United States. The new initiative from Ford will run through June 2nd. Comes the day after President Donald Trump officially announced a 25% tariff on all imported vehicles. Specialty Mustangs, Broncos, Raptors, Super Duties, and the 2025 Expedition and Navigator SUVs are excluded from that promotion. In our Advancing Arizona report, one Valley business is using artificial intelligence to decrease pesticides sprayed on crops. Essential in agriculture, pesticides help prevent damage from pests, diseases, weeds, and more. But overspraying can also harm the environment and human health. That's where Ag Tech Logic comes in. Founded in Mesa, it outfits cameras and sensors onto existing farm equipment, identifying weeds and diseases and only spraying pesticides where needed.
You can see that big reduction is going to affect every human. So everything from our foods to water to our air quality, lowering pesticide overspray is a big deal.
Right now, farmers in Arizona, Texas, and California are already using that tech. Company hopes to reduce the use of chemicals by 1 billion pounds by 2028. Our nicer weather just in time for the Maricopa County Fair. Tonight is the first night at the Arizona State Fairgrounds. $10 to get in and free for kids 7 and younger. Check out our fair guide and other weekend events right now on abc15.com/things to do.
Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens. We are headed into the weekend and still seeing this lingering chance for showers in the Saturday forecast. Spotty stuff out to the east and maybe 1 or 2 of these making their way into Phoenix sometime between about 3 and 7 p.m. here tomorrow. It's not going to be a lot, but a few spotty showers now in your Saturday forecast. Temperatures in the 50s in the morning, 80s in the afternoon, warming up as we get closer to that normal of 83 for this time of year. Now, the storm system that's been dogging us the last couple of days, that's headed east. On the backside of it, another little pulse of energy keeping those rain and snow chances going tomorrow. Then that heads east too, and high pressure builds in. This is going to bring a major warm up to our forecast. In fact, maybe our first triple digits of the year. We don't have them in there yet, but we are oh so close by the end of this 7-day forecast, going from 80 degrees tomorrow up into the 90s by Tuesday and up to 99 degrees now in that forecast next Thursday and Friday.